So where do we start? Tell me a little bit about yourself, Ivanka.
Okay, well, my name is Ivanka Richelieu. I'm 14. I go to the St. Joseph's Convent School. Um, I I'm in Form 3. Um, I'm I'm in a lot of clubs like Key Club, Catholic Youth Group, effective speaking, PAN, and photography. And yeah, that's basically it.
And
Oh, and I dance too.
okay. So you're in, we used to call that, I'm from Jamaica. We used to call that, they still do like third form. So you said third year. So that's just about the time, the year that you choose your subject, correct?
Yes, correct.
So you're at the decision-making stage right now.
Yeah,
And
I am.
you are considering a career in technology.
Yeah, I am. Well, something involved in technology, but I'm not sure as yet. So we'll just have to see.
Okay. What are your keen interests? Now that you've
Oh,
as
I said before, I dance and I like rom-coms, romantic comedies. Yeah, that's basically it. I don't really. Oh, and I like to read too.
okay. So do you know the theme for this year's Girls in ICT?
Oh no, I don't.
So it's connecting girls to tech for a brighter future. So basically, my name is Erica Stanley. You know that already. I am the IT help desk lead for Cable and Wireless. I support thousands of users, not on a daily basis, but overall, we're responsible for supporting many, many users across different countries. We call them opcos. So it would be, we have 13 markets in the Caribbean, plus we have, you know, other areas all across. So on a day-to-day basis, my team is very, very busy. What do I say? So connecting girls to tech for a brighter future. That's the theme this year for ICT Girls. And in preparing for this session with us, I was looking at the statistics, and it says that there's such a gender gap between, you know, boys and girls as it relates to technology. You know, it's a 17% gap between boys, male and female, who have access to the internet. And, you know, I think that's a wide gap. Now, I think basically they're hosting these sessions all across different countries to pretty much give persons like yourself an opportunity to explore, to discuss, to look into why would I want to be in technology? You know, basically, what are the benefits? How do I see this fitting? What do I need to do? What kind of training do I need to get done? Do I need a degree? Can I just do technical training? So I'm just gonna, you know, probably just tell you about my personal experience and pretty much get at some idea of, you know, where your particular interest could be and kind of guide you along. So you sound like you're involved in a lot of clubs. That means you have to be creating a balance between doing your schoolwork and all of the work and practices you have to do in the club. How do you do that?
I honestly don't know. I'm really bad at time management, to be honest. I try to do my work as early as possible, but I do have a procrastination problem. So it's something I really do have to work on. But I honestly don't know.
So, question: how do you think technology could assist you in, you know, your time management and improve those skills? You have a phone.
Yeah. I use my phone to alarm me, or I have an app which helps me schedule what I want to do at certain times, and it urges me to finish my work and complete my work. And as I said before, I have a procrastination problem, and it hasn't completely helped it go away, but it's it's getting there step by step.
Okay, great. So you kind of use your phone and set reminders, moving from task to task. I guess you probably have activities every day and on the weekends.
Yeah.
Okay, so what subjects are you planning to take come fourth year?
I'm thinking of doing business and maybe IT. Well, I think that's a given, but I'm not sure as yet because I really want to keep my eyes open. I've always been interested in business, but I'm not sure if I want to go into the science classes yet. So right now it's business, but I'm open. My eyes are open to anything else.
Open to everything else. Have you looked at some of the tech careers that are there?
No, I haven't, but I'm really interested in it, and I think it can help me, especially how society has been advancing in technology and how much it's been incorporated in our lives. So
Especially since COVID,
yeah,
where we're forced to do everything online, correct? Well, I
correct.
think it's a great opportunity and a great time to explore the tech market. You know, I mean, one of the advantages that I found in my role, current role, is that I was able to work from home and still, you know, do my job. And also I had a balance, a great balance, the best between, work life and home, and dealing with the kids, working online school, and still manage to complete all my deliveries and possibly exceed them too. Because no, I didn't have to commute. I didn't have to drive to the office and I didn't have to drive home. And the flexibility I had, all I need, is an internet connection, my computer and power, and I'm at work. I can be connected from anywhere, anywhere pretty much. And work is no longer a physical place where you have to come and sit. It's, working from anywhere and
Yeah,
still completing all your deliverables. Isn't that great?
yeah, it's great, awesome.
I mean, there are some tech roles, don't market, not every tech role you don't physically have to be, on the location, but for major part, a lot of parts of the job that you're doing, you can actually do remotely. So whilst you're looking at other jobs, and another thing I want to point out is that technical jobs pay a lot better than the average job. That's important. you know, the salary range is better than a lot of, even in, you're thinking of pursuing a business career, you know, so you may want to look into that, and the flexibility, the fact that you can, you can probably end up getting a better salary, and pretty much you can work from anywhere in the world.
Mm,
You're not restricted to St. Lucia, is that correct? Pretty
yeah,
much. Yeah, you can actually be in Miami and have a job in St. Lucia, but you don't have to be there physically. Now, for other jobs, some jobs, like for example, if you were, say, a nurse, that would require for you to physically be at your location. So there's not a lot of flexibility there, even though it's an important job. But we're looking at how we can, or the an IT career can be of such an advantage to anyone. And for, we're promoting young ladies because that the IT world fair has been dominated by men, you know. And so this is why we're encouraging young ladies to get on board, get on board. Find, there's so many different aspects of IT that you can explore to see what you're interested in.
What got you interested in IT and what made you want to do IT?
So I initially started a company like 30 years ago. It's a long time. And I started in a customer service role. And whilst I was going in that role, I was going to college. I went to UTech. You're familiar with UTech. So I went to a technology university, and I was working full time, going to school, part time. And I saw the bachelor that I did gave me the flexibility to either, continue in a business world, pretty much where you are. So I had as between two worlds. Do I want to go tech? Do I want to go into business? And then I decided, okay, I saw a tech position advertised and I applied, and that was my first experience. And when I started doing the job, I realized, but really, I like this. I really do. I love what I was doing because I like I like to serve customers. I like to make people happy. I'm really customer oriented. And also it created a great balance between being customer oriented and also resolving IT issues and getting paid. So my exposure was probably in my late teens. I didn't make the decision early, but in my late teens, that's when my interest was sparked.
Okay, that's really interesting. It actually makes me think that I might have a future in technology as well. It interests me. The topic definitely interests me. I want to see how it goes and if my interest will grow into a career or what will happen. But I'm not making a definite choice, and I'm definitely doing it for CXC.
You're doing it, so that's a good start. That's definitely a good start. And you have a few years ahead of you. Were you thinking of going to college?
Oh, I'm not sure yet. I think Canada, but not sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anything that you think you may be interested in, there's always YouTube. Everything is there and you can Google. I mean, even as a tech person, there are times when I don't know the answer for everything, and you have to use these sources in order to help you, and to guide you. But believe me, it's been a great ride for me. I really enjoy what I do. I wouldn't, if looking back, I wouldn't change a thing, to be honest. I do have a family too, in all of that balance, so it's good. So I was able to balance, a career, family, and also church.
That's good.
Yeah.
So you're saying that tech has given you an opportunity to spend time with your family and stuff like that. It's not too heavy on your time schedule.
It it's There are days when the demand is great, right? So you pretty much just have to put things in order. So as a mother, you have to separate the time. You know when it's time to assist the kids, time for work. So my time management skills have to be very good because I have customers who I deal with a lot of access, and a lot of persons, if they can't get connected, then they can't do any work. So for me, my customers getting their issues resolved is very, very time sensitive. So of course, there are times when you probably will go over the work, the agreed hours to work, but you have to, it's part of getting the job done, and I don't mind at all. Thankfully, I got it done. I have 5 kids. Yes. Still managed to do a tech career. Yes.
Well, if on days it's heavy and you have 5 kids, then I'm sure technology, career in technology wouldn't be too heavy.
Not really. And the good thing is that they're at different ages. So yeah. But I'm grateful that I've worked with a company for 30 years who has fostered from when I started just basically with CXC subjects. Then I was able to send myself to college, completed my degree, have 5 kids. Can you imagine? All in one company. It's been a great ride with Cable and Wireless. And they have done everything, you know, to encourage my progress and my career growth. I think educating girls is one of the most powerful things we can do. Is an investment, and you know, for young women and young girls to get involved in the sciences, technology, math, you know, all of the STEM is just crucial. I mean, times are changing. Gone are the days when women had roles that were, you know, only the caregiver at home. We've moved away from that. You know, and I think post COVID or during the COVID situation, it has forced us, as you know, to pretty much adapt their persons, depend various ages who have had to adapt to technology. I see my mom who used to struggle with, you know, a phone, pretty much know now how to make a call, possibly join meetings. I've seen persons you know, outside of the work who pretty much adapt at all ages. And you would think, okay, you know, maybe they wouldn't be able to do this, but you know, from the youngest to the oldest have adapted to pretty much, you know, as life changes and the technology evolves, we're forced to take on, you know, different roles, different things in life that, you know, and become an expert at it, to be part of that and to be able to not only be part, but also to manage, to support, to work, to make this a career for you. You know, there's so many different areas that you can, I mean, technology is so diverse, you know, and it's in every area of life. From you pick up a phone, you go to the internet, you know, everything in life, driving a car, technology plays a key role. And there's no turning back. It's just going forward, you know. So it's like a bus, jump on, enjoy the ride, be part of the change. And, you know, the push is for, hey, young lady, get on board. This bus is not only for the men, there's a space here for each and every girl who has an interest in the digital world.
I have a question that I just thought of. As a woman, what are some challenges you face in a male-dominated industry?
Well, I remember some years ago, a young lady said to me that you have to be twice as good as a to be recognized. But I personally, I wouldn't say I've had any challenges, to be honest. I mean, spending most of my years in the Caribbean and moving to the US, like, you know, a few years ago, and still working in, you know, a technical role. I've not had any challenges as it relates to gender. I never felt at any point that, you know, my being a female affected the quality of my work or how my colleagues treated me. The only problem I had, sometimes you have heavy things to lift. And of course, if you have a gentleman or a man nearby, you're going to ask for help, you know. But as it relates to gender, no, it has never impacted me in a negative way. I hope that answers your question.
It does. Thank you.
No need to be fearful. Absolutely none. The team that I was in previously, I was the only female. It was like three other technicians and myself. And it was great. We had fun. Sometimes, you know, you feel like one of the boys. You know, but in a good way. It you and it's good to, you know, sometimes how you think critically and a different perspective to the whole, you know, whatever the discussion is. There's a role for us, believe me. There's a key part we play.
Well, thank you for answering all of my questions.
So I've answered all your questions. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm happy and I'm hoping that even at the end of this discussion, you know, that you will probably consider a role in technology. And there are lots of technical forums that you can go on to and join. I mean, at 14, of course, there's restrictions as it relates to that. That's something you'd have to discuss with your parents, you know, to see how, you know, what what, because you have to be careful. But, you know, I've had one son who has, you know, gone into technology, you know, but it's a great ride. It's always good when you go somewhere and you pretty much know how to, as they would say, help yourself. I encourage you, believe me. You can pretty much incorporate whatever plans you have, whatever you're passionate about, what is it you want to do. Technology can always be incorporated into any career that you choose. And it gives you the edge, for sure. Connecting girls for a brighter future. There's a whole world of possibilities out there for you.
Yeah. So what are some challenges you face normally?
In terms of,
Like
so
anything, any challenges you face that you think that would be common?
in technology, sometimes it's pretty much creating, sometimes there are escalations on particular things, right? And you have to know your escalation part, and sometimes you have to make a decision. And again, with COVID, it's creating the balance between your personal life and work. Um, Technology can work in a tech, as in a tech role. Sometimes you work way past the time that you're supposed to stop. You know, my hours would go way beyond my 8 to 5. And you really, really, like, for me, I love what I do. So sometimes I get carried away and I'm a workaholic. So it's creating that balance, you know. Thank you so much, Ivanka, for taking the time out. And thank you for
I should be
participating.
telling you that.
No, this is a pleasure. This is a pleasure, Ivanka. This
Well,
day is
thank
just
you.
for you. This day is for you. Okay? All right. Thank you so much. And I will see you in the tech world soon.
You
All right.
definitely
Bye.
will.